Hello and welcome to another episode of the SourceFed podcast. I am Matt Lieberman. Joining me today, Bree Esrig is here.
Hi.
On the panel.
William Haynes is here. I didn't say it this time.
Man, it's like 5:32. I'm supposed to get off at 6. As soon as 6 o'clock hit, I'm walking out the door. Promise.
And Maude Garrett is here.
And I'm actually a professional.
Yeah, and she's not going to just bail on a
Fire.
podcast because she has to get a haircut.
I mean,
whatever.
shoot, I wish I got a haircut this
Right?
week.
I wish I got a haircut too. So as always, this show is available on YouTube, on SoundCloud, and on iTunes. Some folks have been complaining that the show hasn't been showing up in their iTunes feeds. There was an
they're not
issue-
anymore. I actually went to all their houses and they won't be saying anything anymore.
Oh,
Thank
perfect.
you, Maude.
Thank you.
Thank you for the murders.
Oh, you helped them
I've
download.
never said that.
You helped them download the RSS
Oh.
feed.
I never said
She helped them download the RSS feed.
That's all
okay.
that was. I'm a helpful being.
Just a little IT.
Matt, download the RSS feed.
Oh, I get it now. So go back, resubscribe to the show. If it hasn't been popping up in your feed, go back to the iTunes
Wait.
store, resubscribe
If
to
it
the show.
hasn't been in their feed, how are they going to hear this?
They're going to hear this because they're going to come to YouTube and maybe watch it.
Because they know it's there.
Because they know it's there.
Okay, I want to know, does anybody listen to the SourceFed podcast that doesn't also watch SourceFed? They never knew about it but found it on iTunes?
Those are the
Ooh,
people
great
that
question.
interest
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I met somebody that listened at VidCon. I met somebody that listened to Darren and our podcast, the She Didn't Text Back. She came up to us and she was like, "I love the She Didn't Text Back podcast." And I was like, "Oh, do you know what SourceFed is?" Because I felt like she didn't. And she's like, "I don't know what that is." And I was like, "Oh, cool." One
so you
person
have a real fan outside of SourceFed.
outside of SourceFed.
pretty
Thank you,
cool.
Linda. I love you.
And you're able to subtly plug your show on another podcast.
Also, my channel, William Haynes TV.
Stop.
If you, I mean,
Well, if we're
YouTube.com/Leaderland,
Yeah.
Lieberland.
Everyone follow Geek
Lieberman.
Bomb. Geek Bomb is
Yeah.
on my...
Maud's channel is The Geek Bomb, William Haynes TV, Bree Esrig.
Yeah.
And Darren Von Gerdner.
YouTube.com/Matt Lieberman as well. Advice 4 days a week and Lieber Friends hang out on Saturdays.
How do you have that much advice? Be honest. How
I
do you
love
have
that you
much
like
advice?
ragged on him for doing it.
I sometimes I struggle to. I feel like sometimes I say the same thing a lot.
I mean, but that's like what advice is. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes advice is going to be the same.
Is ultimately the same. You find new ways to frame things, and a lot of times people just want to be heard, man. Like life is hard, especially when you're younger and you feel like nobody cares and nobody's listening. Just like for someone to notice you means a lot.
And some people just like to talk. I found out like I like to.
You love to.
I love to talk. I love stand-up. Stand-up is great. Like, I know there are people even more than me. Like, when I go to these open mics and things, I see people who want to get up there, don't care.
just to talk.
You've seen.
Oh,
they
yeah.
just want to get up there and say
because
some
they have
shit.
no other opportunity to have a captive audience.
They have, like, like, sometimes at open mic, there'll be, like, 5 people there. And they are so happy to say shit in front of 5 people. Some people like to talk. Some people like to be heard.
Yeah. I love an audience.
The only thing that stops Will from talking is
Is the
sipping a
drink.
beverage.
Yeah, no. The only thing that stops Will from talking is the frosty, cool taste of a Coke Zero.
Who are you going to share it with? What does it say on the
It
thing?
says,
His better half.
It says better half. That
So-
would be Steve.
Oh, Maude just got denied.
He's
And
sick
she didn't
right
even
now.
want it until it was happening. Then
want
she
it.
was like, "Oh, this is
don't wanna
nice."
be
And
my
then,
better
oh,
half.
Man, someone's going to make that slow-mo and just see the hurt in my eyes.
I wanna see
There
it.
was the- you see
Somebody
the
gift that
moment.
for
that's
me,
a
and then-
beautiful gift.
Send that to me at William.com.
Yeah.
William.
I
Who
wish I
owns
had that.
William.com?
Some asshole that puts up William Shakespeare's.
It's probably Shatner.
It could be William Shatner. How is he not dead yet?
Or there's like a startup that's just called William.
How is William Shatner still alive?
Okay, he's not that old.
But Star Trek was a
Drinking
long
that
time
blood.
ago.
He's vivacious as an
He is.
older man.
It's gonna suck so much if he dies like tomorrow. And I'm like, what's up with that old motherfucker? Ain't dead yet.
Well, that's the thing. He's like in his 80s, and you'd never know.
Why is Jason Bateman up?
From the last episode.
love Jason
Because I said
Bateman.
I had an OMC on him, an older man crush, and it turns out he's not that much older.
Jason Bateman?
Yeah, he's
What's he like?
46.
Yeah, I was like, he looks like 40.
That's an OMC.
That's it?
That's
yeah.
an OMC.
Yeah.
40s
Any
is-
older than that, you got daddy issues.
Well,
Yeah.
Liam Neeson.
Liam
Oh.
Neeson.
My Lily Nini.
Listen, Liam Neeson is ageless.
That's actually, there's a recent
He is
photo
just-
of him, and he is frail, and it's not looking great, and we have no idea how
Do
he
a
got
Liam
like
Neeson
that,
impression. I know you
I'm
can.
not going to do a Liam Neeson impersonation. What I am going to do is a really shit version of
That's
a Liam Neeson
really
impersonation.
good.
Now you doing Lieberman.
Oh, man. I'm going to find you. I'm going to take you. I haven't seen Taken since the first day it came out. I can't do a Liam
The worst
Neeson.
thing I ever did was watch Taken before I flew to Paris
I have
by
a very
myself on a
Oh,
holiday.
That's
no.
funny.
I was walking around the street. Someone's like, bonjour. I'm like, I have a very violent boyfriend and father at the same time.
Okay, so William.com, their server just will not respond.
Oh, let me hop on that.
Yeah,
then.
Shatner's
I really
behind
want William.com.
You should check it out, man. There's still somebody in Chino's got MattLieberman.com.
If I
you
can't-
bastard.
If I can't get at
Someone in
Maud
Chino.
on
Is
Twitter-
it Ryan from the OC?
Who else is Maud?
That's
Didn't
the
you-
only reference I have.
Didn't you say there are only like 3 mods in the world? Maud Garrett's?
There's only 2 Maud Garretts in the
Well,
world.
there's probably several mods.
It's a French name. It's quite popular.
Yeah, Judd
Sally with the
Apatow's
prayers.
daughter's name is Maud.
Yeah.
Oh, Judd Apatow's kids?
Yeah,
What
sure.
movie did he make that I liked?
Like a bunch
The
of them.
40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yeah,
I've
that
seen-
one was really good. Knocked Up was really good.
I didn't
You
see
like
Knocked Up. I was too young, and I was like, that movie's gross. No, that movie's funny. What? It's funny that, like, when you're a kid, you think, oh, like, Family Guy is gross. No, Family Guy is hilarious. You just don't get it yet. You don't get it
See,
yet.
I never thought it was gross. I watched it when it was on TV the first time.
Me too.
That Epicac episode,
Oh
that
my
single
God.
part is one
Yeah.
of my most favorite
Epicac?
parts of
Oh, when-
Epicac
You know,
is
the stuff you take that makes you throw up.
yeah, so usually you have Epicac on
That
file and
show's
it was
gross.
available over the counter, usually for young children that eat like something poisonous and you've got to get whatever's in the stomach
Oh,
out
yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Milk of magnesia? Like that?
No,
No.
that settles your stomach.
Yeah.
Ipecac
It's
gets
that
it
Your
out.
hand
episode-
is freezing.
It's like
Damn.
Peter. It's like Peter, Brian.
Take it! Take
All right,
it!
Maud. That sounds like one of my
Oh,
dreams.
I
It's
just-
like
oh.
Peter, Brian, and Stewie, maybe. It's the
yeah.
episode where Peter has a tab at Goldman's Pharmacy and he's just like getting whatever he wants: greeting cards, medication.
So
That sounds like an
They do this
episode.
competition where they all drink Epicac, and the last person to throw up the longest it takes wins. And of course, it ends with pools of vomit everywhere. And my favorite is Brian saying, "Hold my ears," and there's just fountains of spew.
Brian
really
and
funny.
Stewie are whenever the episode's about those two, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
They're
a
so
great
good
pair.
because they're so different, and they both take turns at who's stupid this time.
Right, but they also it's that combination of love and hate. It's
Love
like
and hate,
What I hate what you do, but I love who you are.
I love who you are. Yeah, Stewie's stupid, but Futurama is better than
Oh yeah,
Family Guy.
that might be
So-
the smartest comedy ever written.
Yeah,
and
never
like
honestly,
got into
yeah.
this is a world
honestly.
that contains Frasier.
Frasier, oh my God. I was watching Frasier last night or the night before that. You know I'm always watching Frasier. It's the only thing I still let myself watch. Every scene is perfectly put together. It begins and ends perfectly. I'm sorry. I can go on this forever.
You don't have to be sorry.
I'd rather be at
Okay.
Hogwarts. I never got into Futurama or Frasier.
You don't need to
I would-
watch Frasier.
Go to Harry.
Die to go to Hogwarts.
Right.
That was my dream. I had dreams about going.
Yeah.
like,
But when you think about it, kids are dying all the time at Hogwarts.
That's
all
true.
the time.
So
That's the
true.
risk that you take to attend one of the most prestigious witchcraft
And
what are
and
the
Wizardry
bathrooms
schools.
like? What kind of soap do they have at Hogwarts?
They have all kinds, especially if you're a prefect. Please do not open this door because I will go through it.
Oh, so a prefect
I
is a
kind of
person
want to
who's-
know. Like,
who's
tell
better.
us.
A
I feel like
prefect
you
is
tell us
kind of like an
everything.
RA.
Yeah.
Prefects in
Yeah,
America?
No.
They do.
Ah.
They did it at my boarding school.
Oh, yeah,
What?
boarding
It's a-
school.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a private
Yeah.
system. I don't know.
My brother went to a boarding school, but it was such a small school. It was only like 40 kids. Like they had just opened it, so they didn't have any kind of structure like that.
Yeah. Did you guys ever watch that show? I know the answer is no. Code Lyoko. Have any of you ever seen
No,
Code
but I'm
Lyoko?
aware of it. It was a Toonami show.
Oh my God. It was like a French anime about these kids at a boarding school, and kids die at Hogwarts. Kids were dying at fucking Code Lyoko school all the
Why?
time. It was just weird. I like stuff like that.
Wait,
I do
were they
too.
dying at each other's hand, or were there
No,
monsters?
just monsters. There's always a monster. It's like it's a giant computer who's like evil. His name is like Xana or something. And all the kids jump in the computer and they beat up the thing. It's the same episode over and over again, but I loved it.
Got it.
I love that stuff too. And I like learning secret facts about things. Speaking of, Ma just put out a video on Nerd explaining lightsabers.
Are you talking
Star
about
Wars.
youtube.com/SourceFedNerd, which
Yes, I
we
am.
haven't mentioned on this channel in 10 years?
However, I just wanted to bring that up because it's very informative. And for people that are not huge fans like myself, still get to watch the entire video and like be very engaged. And it's so interesting.
So
I
sweet.
think it's incredible, but I think for your next one, you should do something about Hogwarts and Harry Potter and like things that we don't
Oh,
know.
wow.
Do you like Harry Potter a lot too?
I failed Japanese in year 8 because I was too busy with the torch under the blankets reading Harry Potter.
Really?
I feel like it's
Yeah.
like the
Tell
one
me about the
universal
soap.
thing. I don't know anybody.
Tell me about the soap. Why is
Well-
it as women we love soap? Like
Listen,
you
I love
buy
soap,
women
too.
soap for their birthday.
Have you guys
Tell me
tried
about-
out the free soap that we got at VidCon?
Soap and a rope. No.
It's good soap.
I didn't get any.
You know what I love? Lush.
Girls
Have you
love
ever
two
been
things.
to Lush?
Girls love two things. They love Lush and Harry Potter. I've never met somebody who's read Harry Potter and hated it.
Yeah.
It's like one thing that is universally liked if you engage with
And
it.
it's incredible. Didn't she go to like 5 or 6 publishers and they were all like, I don't want this bullshit.
Well, okay,
I
but
feel like that's always the story to success.
Mm-hmm.
Tyra Banks was famously rejected by like 13 modeling
It's
academies.
true, but like
What are they
also
called?
let me get you this way, right? You're a publisher,
Mm-hmm.
and you've published so many young adult novels in your time, and this woman comes to you, no experience, and it's just a story.
She's living
about-
in her car.
Yeah, and it's just a story about a kid who becomes a wizard and a wizarding school, and it like
And
it
we're talking
all-
about the
Can
first
I-
one. We're
can
talking
I-
about just the first one.
It sounds
Can we
slightly
actually-
generic until
Yeah.
you read it.
Can we
Yeah.
act this out?
Yeah.
Because people have said that I look like a young J.K.
You do.
Rowling.
Especially with these
Rowling.
glasses,
Rowling.
yeah.
Rowling.
You
Okay.
I don't know that she
Absolutely
ever
do.
wore glasses, but
No, she does actually. This is okay. So I'm disheveled.
all right.
I'm
I'm
literally out
Doug.
of my-
I'm Doug Penguin of Penguin Publishing.
Doug Penguin.
Oh, hello, Doug. My name is Joanna.
I'm security. Get outta here.
No, the fly.
You want me to throw this woman out?
Wendell, settle, please.
I have a story, which I perchance might think you'd like to read. It's about a boy, a young boy, an orphan boy. Have you ever
Okay.
heard anything like that?
Wendell
before?
doesn't like boys.
Yeah, actually, just to be clear, thank you, Wendell.
I'm Wendell.
I've published 7 novels this year, all featuring a young male protagonist with magical powers. He is either an orphan, or he's a foster child, or he is the son of a great wizard who has gone away.
Doug, I know I'm just your secretary, but if I may interject, this woman, her hair is so disheveled.
Yes,
I
Miss
have to know
Jenkins.
more.
Yeah,
Me and the secretary is shacking up after you go home early for dinner.
I can confirm that.
There is a witch school, and it's called.
it's called Weebly. It's called Twonkers. It's
Hog.
called.
Oh, there's a hog. It's called Hog.
Warts.
Hogwarts. Yes, that's it.
This meeting is concluded. I am very sensitive about my warts, and that hog painting was given to me by David Geffen.
You know what? I'm going to put in a good word for you anywhere else.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I've heard that Scholastic is looking for books.
He never learned that my name isn't actually Wendell, it's Will.
I'll
and
name
scene.
a character after
And
you.
scene.
Luna.
Luna. Did you hear about that? Did you hear about the character Luna? How that came to be?
Yes.
Or did we talk about that on Table Talk over a podcast? I love that character. That's one of my favorite characters ever.
That's such a great story about giving back and that fans can actually live their dream.
They're like, what's up with authors being good people? J.K. Rowling, John Green.
Is it
these
Rowling
are like
or Rowling?
they're
I
like
always feel
Jesus
like I
people.
get it wrong.
Rowling.
Tell me the Luna Lovegood story.
Oh
So
yeah, so like that character existed, and there was a girl. She was like dying, and
No,
No, for real, for real.
Okay, well,
she was in hospital. She had severe anorexia, but she loved Harry Potter. She worshipped it so much that when one of the books was coming out, she actually got leave from hospital so she could go there. And she was like, I think she met JK. She was just like, I'm so sick, but this is what's keeping me alive. And she goes, if you get better, I will let you audition for a character in this book. And that was for Luna. And she auditioned, and she was the best person for the role. And she ended
Wow.
up
And she
playing
got
Luna
it.
Lovegood.
So
That was
Liana,
her.
Liana, whatever her name is.
something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now she's an actress. Now she's in movies
That's
and
amazing.
plays.
Guys,
Great
if you
for
are
her.
in
Turned her whole life around.
It turned her whole life around.
Let's be delicate and call it a spot of bother, but if you're in a place in your life where you actually don't think it can get better and like you have these dreams and they seem so far-fetched and you'll never get there, never say never.
Well, let me
Never
ask you
say
guys
never.
a question. What did you think you would be doing when you were a kid?
Oh my
Not what did you want to do, but what did you think you'd be doing when you were older?
I never thought I was good enough in high school. I wouldn't even audition for acting school or like any kind of performing arts academy because if I had to audition and stand up and try to be good in front of someone, I automatically in my head thought I would fail.
Yeah.
So I was like crippling myself.
Honestly, the hardest part about anything is trying it, especially for the first time.
yeah.
Sometimes you got to trick yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes.
I always thought I would be doing something like this, just telling stories. I've
Yeah.
been making videos since I was a kid.
Me
so
too.
it's
That's
like
true.
I always just figured I would do something in that vein or something film.
It's just hard to kind of
Making-wise.
go, I'm one out of like a billion people and they all kind of want to do the same thing. Who's to say I'm
The
going to
one.
be better than anyone else who wants to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that was never in my mind. It was never like I have to be better than other people in order to succeed. It was like I need to find a way to support myself and do this at the same time forever.
And the way that you become the best at something is you have to keep trying again and again and again. And trying is so hard. But every time it gets a little bit easier. It doesn't really feel like it in the beginning, but eventually it just becomes second nature.
It's true. Anything that you really want to do, you will suck at for at least the first year.
Oh,
And it may not feel that way at times because you're starting to get better, but like compared to the people you love who do that thing, you suck. And you will suck for a while.
You will suck.
It is totally okay to suck. If you love it, you can keep sucking, and then all of a sudden you'll realize how much better you've gotten, how much less you suck.
Yeah,
Nah, suck and
and
lean,
a
but-
lot of people are afraid to not be the best too. Like they want to be the best.
I don't
and
even know if
that's
that, I think it's just not being good enough. It's like, why bother?
yeah.
Because it's never going to happen for me.
Yeah, and there's something to be said about like doing what you do well. Like if you're doing well, keep doing it.
And
you don't have to
passion.
be like the number one.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Passion is
Maybe
something
for
that you
you.
can't fake as well. So if you've got that passion, that's going to resonate in what you do. The first job I got in television, I was not the best person for the job. And they told me that. We did the audition and I had to literally relay simple instructions for one of the challenges, one of the activities. And he said it to me and it was so easy for him to say it. And he's like, all right, how does the challenge go? And I was like, when it's... how did you say it was? And he was just like, okay, I can see that this isn't your strong point. But the only reason why I got the job is because I was good with kids. He was like, he had kids and there was like a little bit of all his kids' friends were around and he goes, go on, interact with them. And the only reason why I got the job is because the other two presenters who were better than me went up to them and went, hi guys, how are we? And I walked up to them and went, hey, what's happening over here? And like didn't talk down to them, talk to them like they were equals. And they were like, well, you're going to be good with kids and this is on Nickelodeon. So we'll work on the presenting stuff. Huh?
I've always thought that if I ever had kids, I don't want to baby talk them because, you know, how babies talk like babies. I've always thought, like, what if you just say, hello, how are you doing today? Will a baby start saying, hello, how are you doing today?
Yeah, they're gonna learn.
Yeah.
No, they learn through socialization.
Yes, they do.
Like there are folks that I know, friends of mine, are starting to have kids, and they like. One of them, he calls his kid like a little asshole.
And your kid's
in
going to
front
be
of
a
him.
little asshole if you
He's
keep calling him.
He's going to be a little asshole if you call him a little asshole. You can't do that.
They from when they're babies, they're like, he's being an asshole. No, your baby's being a goddamn baby.
They're hearing language all the time.
Yeah.
And it may take longer for them to be able to use it, but they are processing it all the time.
A lot of people don't realize like how impressionable children are. Like when I was a kid, like from the area that I grew up in, like there was like they had these programs where they had teachers come from other places, and these teachers were like so like, hey everybody, you can do anything you want to do. Don't get in gangs. And I like really listened to these motherfuckers, and I didn't. And the other kids were like, fuck y'all, and then they did. So like the kids that are listening might actually do what you're saying. Make sense? I'm just saying kids listen. Kids listen is what I'm saying.
I'm not sure how we got to that place.
I'm just
I feel like I
saying-
skipped a step.
I'm just thinking kids are very impressionable. I just
Right.
think about all the things that were said to me as a kid. I actually listened to the adults.
yeah.
And a lot of, kids
And like
don't.
the movies that I watched,
We're
like
impressionable.
I thought were the truth. Like I thought, like all those old cliches about like how guys get girls, I thought were all true. I thought you throw a rock at her window and then she'll turn her lights on and then you could like say something nice and she'll like you and she'll let you come upstairs.
And
To
that
be
is not
fair,
true.
There are only things that I ever saw in the movies about America before I came over
The red
here.
cups, the
The
red cup.
red cup.
You
Red
guys
Solo
always
cups.
say that.
That was such a great my second night here. I went to an Australia Day house party. Yeah, sure. But someone goes, here's a drink, and I was just like, it's a red cup.
What's up with Australians? Every Australian person I met
beer
is
pong
excited
and
about it.
flip cup.
Well, it's because Australians love drinking, and in all American high school and college movies, people are drinking out of red
Out of
Solo
red
cups.
And we
cups.
don't really do the keg thing. Like it's like, oh, it's a kegger. I was like, what's a kegger?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
wa-
we just don't have anything like that.
You
And
have
the
an
sororities
esky.
and like the cliches in high schools, that for me is fascinating.
Yeah, we really do have that. We separate ourselves a lot in
I
America.
used to date a girl who went to the high school that Mean Girls was based on
Oh.
in Illinois.
Wow.
Like it's like the same town.
Was
that,
it Shermer?
No, it wasn't.
Was it Shermer High
Illinois.
School?
Shermer, Illinois is not a real town. That's the town that most of the John Hughes movies took place in.
What? It's
But
not a real town.
it's not a real town.
It is
The
here.
Breakfast Club isn't real.
Not
It's real in here, Bruce.
Man,
real
that's
in
a
there.
real school though, right?
You mean I
man,
can't
these-
get detention?
It's-
in the
I think
Village
it's
of
called, like,
Misfits?
that library in that school was immaculate.
It was amazing.
No high school student deserves that kind of library.
Few college students
Few
deserve
co-
that kind of
only
library.
graduate students deserve that kind of library.
Guys, I hate to do this, but this right here, it's kind of a library.
It is a library, but it doesn't look cool like that.
It's called
true.
New Trier, Illinois, is the town, and it's like it's really, really rich, and there's like lots of bitchy people, and apparently that's where the book that movie was based on.
If you take
from.
just the girls from Mean Girls, that was my high school.
Really,
Just
Wait,
the
did
girls.
you go to school with just girls?
Yes, I went to a private all
Oh,
girls
what
school,
was
and
that
it was
like?
hell so bad.
Okay. How many people have asked you, were you a lesbian?
For being at an
At an
all-girls
all-girls
school?
school.
No.
Really? Because my roommate went to an all-girls school, and the question she gets most is, did you ever hook up with another girl?
I think a big part of why I went to an all-girls school was that so I can, and this is a direct quote from my mother, focus on your studies and not fall into someone's pants.
how do you fall?
Because that's
into
how-
someone's
that's
I'm
how we-
really
pants?
clumsy,
That's
and
how
it
we
would
do
happen.
that. That's how we do it. We
Happened last
fall
Thursday.
onto a dick.
Yeah.
If it was possible to fall on a dick, I would have done it already.
There's okay.
I'm just
I
sure
just
of
had a flash of just to me a dream porn parody would be of like a Buster Keaton movie, like someone slapstick, and it's like
So
a
funny.
female Buster Keaton, and she's like slipping and just does this amazing comedy stunt and then falls onto
On
a
a dick.
That's
Something I always
so
think
good.
about,
And he'd be like, I'm glad I broke your fall.
Yeah.
No, that would be the slide.
It would be the-
That
it would be
come
the
up
title card.
card.
Yeah.
Something
'Cause
I-
it's silent.
I always think about how in movies, like the guy always like comes to his wife, he just cheated on. He's like, I don't know what happened. It just happened. It's real hard to cheat. It's real hard. You don't just accidentally cheat.
How did we get here again? I honestly just, my mind drifted for 1 second trying to figure out what that movie
Oh, I'm
was.
sorry. Am I
Buster
doing that thing
Keaton?
again?
Buster
Yeah.
Keaton. So
Well, I
Charles.
was thinking about that. I picked it together.
Oh, okay.
But because I put that together, I now
Accidentally
no
falling on a dick, accidentally cheating.
No, accidentally cheating.
Yeah, that's how I brought it to that.
Okay,
my
yeah.
brain went there.
And I'm back.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
how do
no one
people
does that
claim
by
they
accident.
accidentally cheat? You cheated on purpose. It's hard
It's
to
a choice.
cheat. It's a choice. And but
Cheating's
people,
a choice.
people act
Unless you're like so in denial that you don't realize how miserable you are in your relationship and how much you want to be with someone else.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
if
you're
you're like
so
real
drunk.
drunk, yeah. If you're real drunk, yeah. But if you were sober, and you're like, well, I was at IHOP and then I ended up in her pants. Like you did it on purpose.
Yeah, there are a million moments between when you walked into that restaurant and when you finished.
Yeah, when you
that
finished.
you could have considered what you were doing and stopped.
And stop. But you don't have to. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not your friend like that. And shit, I'm just doing a podcast, man. You can cheat on who you want to.
Yeah. I'm going to take this second to remind folks that if you haven't gone to iTunes and rated and reviewed this podcast, you absolutely should. It's the best way to support us and make sure that we get great sponsors.
Give us 5 stars.
and great guests on the show. Give us 5 stars or will point 2 fingers at you.
Give us 5
Give us 5
stars.
stars, or Will's gonna take a story and go from A to F again.
I'm gonna go from A to Z.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
write
way
it.
too
Use
far.
the review section in iTunes to write a salacious story about Will, because
I wish I knew what salacious meant.
exactly.
Oh my
If
God.
you do, write a titillating piece.
Salacious
These
Crumb is my
dang
favorite Star Wars character.
Australian
Who's your
words.
favorite out of any of them?
It's purely based on the name. Yeah, he's a
That
monkey
guy.
bird. He's a weird monkey bird.
Yeah.
I love monkey birds. Oh my God, the
Jatati
Wheelers
monkey
from
bird.
Return to Oz.
Yeah,
oh,
they were
man,
frightening.
Those were
scary.
super
I
scary.
think I watched that movie too early. There's
Really?
a couple of movies that
Yeah,
like
that's not a kids movie. There are a lot of messed up kids.
salacious.
Welcome back to the conversation, Will Haynes.
Now he's going from A to negative F.
Salacious.
Go on, what does it mean?
Where you said titillating? Hold on.
Titillating.
I wish that you wore those glasses all the time unironically, Will.
I mean, I always wish I could had glasses.
Me
I-
too.
Yeah.
When I was a
like
kid, I
glasses.
wanted glasses and braces.
Did you fake
Yeah,
the
braces
test?
are
I was
Yeah.
exactly the same.
What-
And Mum goes,
what
"What do
is
you?
it
What
about
else do you
that?
want? Big, thick, clubby heels?" And I was like, "If that's what it takes."
Yeah.
I didn't get what she
I
meant.
just wanted the stuff.
They were
Yeah.
just titillating.
I got braces.
Yeah, me too.
And
You
then
got good teeth.
I got glasses now. I have to wear them when I drive.
on a
Did you
scale
guys
of
ever
one,
think-
on a scale of 1 to 10, how good are Maud's teeth?
Oh, absolutely, like a solid 9.
Yeah, they're beautiful teeth.
You got some issues
You
around
got
the
great
gums.
teeth. What about my
I'm just
teeth?
kidding. I heard what you said the other
You have
day.
great teeth.
Oh, are you flossing
Maud,
yet?
Scale
you're
1 to 10.
amazing.
Are you flossing your
I don't
teeth
like
yet?
to
Will?
rate
No, I'm
people.
not. I refuse. I don't have time
I
to floss.
don't rate people.
I
'Cause
do.
it
I give it
negates
to him a
people.
9.
Yes.
When you rate, it negates.
Two things.
2 things.
One,
Floss your freaking
do you
teeth.
floss? You need to floss.
You know, a lot of people tell me to floss, but like, you know, I'm bad.
Do you know
I'm
what-
a bad ass.
Do you know what happens if you don't floss? You get gingivitis, you get plaque buildup, and you get bad breath.
Give me
Cavities.
gingivitis, bitch.
Smell the microphone you're speaking in.
Ew. Ew.
Oh, smells
ew,
like my dinner
ew,
from 2 weeks ago.
Ew. Two, did you ever fake those reading like the seeing tests just so
No.
you could get
Oh,
glasses?
the magic eyes?
Because I
Oh, no.
did.
You were
I didn't-
bad,
and it
Bree.
didn't work.
Yeah.
And I faked the hearing test. I was like trying to like
You ever done
Fuck with
anything
it.
for real? What you doing? What else you faked?
a lot.
I want to know. You're bad.
What else can you fake?
But what's funny is that you don't act like you're not bad. You like are blatantly. You say like I did this and I did this.
I don't think those things are bad.
I think it's bad.
You know
Oh,
what's I think is bad? Like killing people and like
See,
rape.
that's like
you know
real
what I mean?
bad. But this is like that's like you do like low key bad.
no,
like
no, that's
you should.
called naughty.
You do naughty
That's-
things.
that's
You
what
I'm
don't
a
know.
naughty
bad.
cheeky man.
I was
Cheeky.
afraid of bad things when I was a
Cheeky.
kid. I used to be really afraid to do bad things.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I was a parent's wet dream till I was like
Yeah.
12.
Me too. I was like 14.
What?
Parents' wet
What?
dream.
Parents' ideal child.
I don't know what happened until once my parents. One time I said to my parents, "You people," by accident. Ever since then, my parents have not they have not taken their hand off my ass. Everything I do is just like, God.
You people?
Yeah, you people.
What do you mean,
Okay,
you
we were having a
people?
family meeting, and in my family, a family meeting is not a family meeting. It's a everybody bring out what they hate about William Haynes meeting. So they're like, I mean, not in a sad way. It was just like, let me tell you, you don't empty the trash. You bitch ass motherfucker. Shut up, mom. And
Mom didn't say that.
Nah, that was
Do
daddy.
you realize how often you resort to bitch ass motherfucker when you don't want to finish a thought?
You didn't have to put me on blat. All right, say apologize to me in that camera. Apologize.
And the camera that's not even on
I'm
me?
saying, make it. Say that I have lots of ideas and I spread them.
Will has lots of ideas and he spreads them.
But say them to me, but say it at that camera.
Okay,
can't
now
do
you're milking
both.
the situation.
Now
There
you're
you
just
go.
milking it because you know I won't say no.
I am so tired,
Okay,
guys. Can I be
so-
honest with you?
Finish your
being a little
story.
badass
Your
motherfucker.
family
Oh, yeah.
meetings.
So they had a family meeting. And everybody's listing off the things. You don't empty the trash because
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
the
yeah,
main
yeah.
thing I didn't do. And then I was like, okay, you people don't understand. I don't even know what I said after that. But my mom flipped her wig. She said, "You people." And my mom is just like me. What I've learned from my mom is never letting things go. I've been making fun of Darren for shit for 10 years. And I will be my mom will be saying that
That's
I
unhealthy.
said "you people" for the rest of my life. And just ever since then, they just been mad at me. They love
Known
me,
each
though.
other 3 years.
What is something that your parents used to say to you as a kid?
Come apologize to me into this one. Which one's harder for you?
Okay.
Stop
Um,
it.
You laughing,
something-
Sophia? This one.
Something that my parents said to me, which at the time never made sense, and now it's crystal clear, and I'll probably use it as well, is the time it took you to complain about not doing it, you
Yep.
could have
Could've done
already
it.
done it.
Absolutely.
Best advice I've heard lately, if there's something you need to get done that will take you less than 5 minutes, do it immediately.
Yep.
Whatever it is. If it takes less than 5 minutes, do it right now.
Yeah, I had a godmother of mine. She said, Ohio, only handle it once. Don't pick something up more than once.
Ooh.
Yeah. If you're gonna clean something up and you're like, all right, I'll just put it down. Don't just finish it right now.
I like also if you really don't want to do something, like if you've got to clean your room and it's like you do anything else but that, find something you want to do less. So like I'm doing was it tax or if it's
Taxes
visa,
are good, do 'em.
works to stay in the country, all that stuff that you just like,
We really hope you do that stuff.
Yeah,
my
we really want
room
that to
is
happen.
sparkling clean.
Spotless.
Because I'll go to do it and I'm like, oh, I'd rather do anything else. I should have a six-pack because it's like I would rather exercise, I would rather clean. So that's like the real trick. Find something you want to do less.
Yeah.
And then, making your bed or doing your washing isn't as bad.
Cleaning my room is the thing that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So I
Do you have
it.
organized mess though?
Yeah, it's actually just clothes.
Darren, what's his room like? Messy.
But you remember that one
messy.
month where it was real good? Did
Okay,
you say
your
nightmare?
room
Here,
will-
Sam-
Don't be on
Sam
blast.
wasn't on this
Hold
one.
on.
Did you say a nightmare?
Here.
Will's room is a nightmare.
It smells so bad in there.
It's like Panda Express and Doritos in a microwave for 10 minutes.
Guess what? Will is a 21-year-old man. Nearly
And I don't floss.
Sam.
Fuck with me, all right? And I don't floss.
No, Will, when Am I about to say when I was your age? When I was 21.
Yes, you
when
were.
I was 21.
Back in my day.
My entire floor was covered in stuff, whether it was papers or whatever, because I was in college and like I never cleaned jack shit.
You couldn't convince me to make a bed. Why am I going to make it? So
I'm
that
just
no
gonna
one
get
can
in it
see that it
again.
looks pretty.
I know.
And then get in there and mess it up
No,
again.
but spiders.
It's because I'm only in my room when I'm asleep. I'm only in my room when I'm asleep. That's why I never clean it.
That's what I'm going to use.
Yeah.
Make your bed, kids, because spiders. During the
Because
day,
spiders.
they like dark places to
Spiders.
burrow in, and when your bed is not made, they'll crawl into
Do
those
you think
covers.
Harry Potter ever had to clean his room, his little cupboard?
He just needed his wand, and he could go Wingardium.
That's not a move. That's not a move.
Wingardium Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
No,
That's who you are.
Leviosa,
Maud,
not Leviosa.
I just realized who you are. You are
Hermione.
Hermione in the first 3 books.
And that is why you have a huge crush on her, Will.
I love Hermione. I love
yeah.
every version of Hermione.
Look, just because you have a little bit of dirt on your nose right there. I mean, apart from that, like, I'm not all like Hermione. Like, maybe if Hermione hung out with the cool
Will
kids
is
and
so
parents were
blissed out right
dentists.
I
now.
love
Question.
Hermione since I was a boy.
Okay, which Harry Potter characters are we?
Oh, I've always been
I
like,
love this game.
I'm Harry Potter. I'm Ronald Weasley. I'm straight up Ronald Weasley.
You're Malfoy.
Oh, I could be Malfoy too. Malfoy had the jokes, all right? Malfoy could roast anybody. Malfoy always came in like at his black clothes too, just mad. Oh my god.
Can you please be like, shut up, Potter?
Shut up, Potter, you goddamn mudblood. Damn.
Hermione was a mudblood, but I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be that person. So
I liked her anyway.
I'm Argus Filch's cat, Mrs. Norris.
Didn't he die? Didn't the cat die?
No,
No.
the cat got petrified,
Petrified.
and then they fixed it. I don't know who. who
Neville.
am I?
petrified.
I want to be Neville.
Neville turned out real good. Neville was very he
Actually, you're in Hufflepuff. I have a feeling you'd be really good at herbology.
Probably.
her,
Let's be real, girl.
Oh my god, what do you think the Harry Potter weed was like?
I
What's
mean,
the Harry Potter
if
weed
I
like?
was at
In a
Hogwarts,
word-
it would have been dank.
In a word, magical.
Dumbledore had some shit up there that keeps you high for 10 years.
Yeah.
He's
Wait,
like,
if
right
we
under
call-
my Phoenix, I got Phoenix.
If we call the mushrooms we can get magic mushrooms, imagine what actual magic mushrooms
you got
would be like.
your dead parents come back and you get to
Where's
see them
that
for a
part
couple
of the
days.
book?
I am a character that doesn't exist in Harry Potter. I am the person that creates the best drugs on campus.
The best drugs at.
I'm pretty sure he was in there somewhere.
Probably.
But wait, didn't they
yeah,
have
they were-
alcohol? They had alcohol.
No, they had
The
butterbeer.
orange- They had the oh, it was just butterbeer.
Yeah.
You know some of the secrets in Harry Potter that no one really knew, like Diagon Alley is just,
Diagonally.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I can't say
Oh.
Diagonal.
Diagonally.
I can't say that word anymore. I can only say Diagon Alley.
Diagonally.
I don't know what happened.
But what nocturnally? Oh, it's nocturnally. I get it now.
Oh.
Nocturne Alley from book 2.
And the mirror of Erised.
Erised.
Is
It's Mirror of Desire.
Man, if you
backwards.
don't like Harry Potter, I'm so sorry about this podcast.
We just established
because we do.
that everyone loves Harry
Everybody
Potter.
loves Harry Potter.
Except this
Except
guy
for the
who's
people who ain't
commenting
fucked with it.
now.
Right
And
now.
Steve.
And
because
Steve doesn't love it.
has never seen or read.
He's seen a bit of one of them, I think.
We could do a reading of,
He
it,
said
of the
no.
first chapter for him.
It's too late for him.
It's too late. It's too late. The first one is a kid's book.
I'm not one of those people that likes to push other people. If
Mm-hmm.
they're not into it, fine. I'm just going to continue to be super into it.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
I'm
I like
for
that.
sure gonna be into it forever. That's my family. Every time I go home, and I'm not exaggerating. Every time I go home, my parents are watching Harry Potter. As I grew up, every
My
day.
sister is the same way.
It's just a thing. It's
Yeah.
a thing that people like. It's
It's
just
comfort food.
It's comfort food.
Yeah. When I first got into Doctor Who, I was real militant about getting people to watch it. Because I wanted because I wanted people to talk about it with.
I
I've
can't
never
watch.
seen Doctor Who.
I
You
can't
don't
watch
need to.
Doctor Who anymore.
You don't need to watch it.
I'm a geek. Apparently, there is a rule book of things that you have to like and,
Dr.
enjoy.
Who's one
Oh
of
my
them.
god,
It's
it's like
very
in
good.
the top 5.
It's very,
it's very, very good.
I saw it back to. Oh, bringing it back to a previous topic. I saw an episode of Doctor Who when I was too young, and I was scarred. Couldn't
Yeah.
go back
Every
from it.
'Cause the
episode
monsters
is
are scary.
terrifying.
Yes.
Absolutely terrifying.
Or
Every
super lame.
episode.
Not
And my
every.
dad
Or
was
super
like-
lame. Or super lame.
Yeah.
Right?
Or the Weeping Angels.
Awesome.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
I even know about
Terrifying.
that. But yeah, I think he was like so into it. He's like, my little young nerd children, I want you to be nerds as well. He play video games. I was like, done. He's like, here, watch Doctor Who. I was like,
Scary. Yeah.
Who's the doctor with the hat and the scarf?
That's the
that's
fourth
old.
Doctor, Tom Baker.
I want to have a strong
He's
word
awesome.
to him.
The ones,
no, he wrecked it for me.
Are you my mommy? You remember that one?
Oh, yeah, from
that
season 1.
Scared me.
Yeah.
I saw that. I
The
think
Empty Child.
right after my 20th birthday. It was like on my 20th birthday, and Darren had just went somewhere, and I was home
last
alone,
week?
and I was like, that was 2 years ago almost in a couple of months.
Oh, okay.
In a couple of months, and I was terrified.
It's scary stuff. No, it's a good show.
Doctor Who?
It's lame
Doctor
sometimes,
what?
but it's a good show, and for those of us who like it, it's our show. You don't have to watch it if you don't
Listen.
want to.
Listen, more like Doctor Why. Am I right?
Nope.
No,
I'm Nick
no,
saying that
decidedly
one.
not.
I'm
Let's
saying no
throw
to that
one
one.
away.
I'm
I'm gonna
saying no to that
crumple
one.
it,
Yeah.
throw it behind me.
I'm stamping that in the air.
Did not get into Doctor Who because I was too busy watching other British shows like Misfits, In-Betweeners, and Skins.
And Diggly Doos.
Skins.
Diggly Doos is my favorite BBC program.
It's not real.
David Attenborough narrates it, and
Not true.
I made it up.
Diggly Doo sounds like the fourth evolved Diglett Pokemon.
Diggly dig, drill.
Wow.
That's pretty
Wow.
nerdy. Pretty nerdy. pal.
I know my
I-
poke shit.
There is a British show that I love.
You know
it's
how to
on
poke, Mom.
Hulu here in the States, and it's called Moon Boy. Have you guys ever seen
Yeah,
it?
No.
I've
It's
heard of it.
The best. It's from Chris O'Dowd, who was in Bridesmaids.
The
a bunch of
Irish
other stuff.
guy.
Irish guy, yeah. And
IT
it's
crowd.
based on his growing up, and it's like a little boy in the 80s who's a huge nerd, and he has an imaginary friend played by Chris O'Dowd, and it's super sweet, but also like kind of like ridiculous and filthy. It feels very real. The parents don't give a shit about the kids; they're just overworked and tired. All the kids are like all of his sisters are just like assholes. And his best friend is definitely gay but won't know it for like 10 years. And it's the best thing.
This is what it is
It's like
about.
a warm hug.
I don't know that.
I
show.
think this
It's
is why
great. You would like it. Will.
What's it called?
Moon Boy.
Moon
Moon
Boy.
Boy. I think when you're in a situation like that where you are neglected or you get picked on or bullied or whatever, that's why you fall into the nerd category a lot of the times because you have escapism, and escapism is one of the most powerful things and so healing that you can sort of do when life is tough because you go, oh, I hate what is happening in my life. Let me read about this adventure
Similar
and
person.
pretend that that's me just for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just honestly, it's oxygen for
Yeah.
some kids. And I mean, the amount I love and indulge in escapism kind of worries me because I have, in all accounts, my parents are still together. I really had I cannot pinpoint something where it's like, oh, woe is me. I'm really lucky. Everything was
Yeah.
awesome. Like I speak to my brothers. Everything's pretty cool. Yet I read and play video games and
And all your free time.
yeah.
I'm
And I'm
the
like out
opposite.
of this world. And it's like, why?
I'm the opposite. I realized a couple weeks ago, I realized that I decided that I didn't want to indulge in other people's art as much as I have. I used to watch TV shows and anime all day and all night. But I looked on my computer last night. I checked my history to see when was the last time I watched anime. It's been over a month and a half because I just
Look at you.
It was just I can't anymore. I love it. I don't know anybody. I know one person, two people, Raina and my friend Maureen, who like anime more than me. It's so great, but it stops me from doing what I want to do. If I want to be a stand-up comedian, if I want to be out there, on the weekends, just watching this stuff
That's how
won't
I
do it
am
for
with
me.
pot. That's why I can't do it
Oh,
anymore.
you would do it all the time.
I would do it all the time
Yeah.
because there are a few things that are more fun, or at least felt that way at the time when I was doing it a lot.
And no
But
one's telling you no.
no.
And you're an adult. No one can stop you.
No one can stop you, and you can do it legally, and that's the thing. But I would spend all my time doing it. There were no other options for me because I didn't want to face a lot of emotional stuff that I hadn't dealt with, and I wasn't able to get anything done. The moment I stopped, like within 6 months of stopping smoking pot, I got on a main stage sketch team at a comedy theater here in LA. I became a host at AfterBuzz. I started an improv show. Like all this stuff
But
happened.
there are some people who can smoke weed and do things at the same time.
Absolutely.
But you're smart enough to say that I'm not one of those people.
I'm not one of those.
and then you can move on from
Yeah.
it. And you can enjoy it, when you want to. But
I have been one of those people, but I found a really good balance, and it's only before I go to bed.
That's
I use it for its medicinal purposes.
Yeah.
Like if I'm feeling super depressed or if I need to go to sleep.
I don't touch the stuff.
no. Yeah. You
I
don't
mean,
ha-
you
again,
don't
it's
have
like
to.
Doctor
Keggers.
Who. You don't have to.
the same
Hey,
thing
guy.
with my thing with alcohol. Like I'm like, oh boy, that
Marijuana
will
is
ruin
the
me.
Doctor Who of vices.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's really cool. You don't have to.
You don't have to. You don't have. You're not. I mean, you are missing some shit, but you're
I'm-
not missing anything real.
It was overwhelming how often I would catch whiffs of it, like, and because I'm hypersensitive to the smell of it, because no one really does it in Australia,
Especially in
from what I
California.
know.
Really?
There is
Yeah,
some
not
cities.
really. It's not really the DOC.
The city of Berkeley, California, smells like weed.
Yeah,
You'll be on the freeway and be like, I'm in Berkeley.
because it's definitely not legal in Australia yet. I'd walk around.
No
in Venice
guns, no
Beach.
weed?
No, I'd walk around the beach and just be like in Venice and be like, oh my god, can you smell that? Oh my god, someone's got pot. Someone's got pot. Someone's smoking pot out in the public. Oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah, when I was.
That's why everyone's attractive in Australia, because since there's no pot and no guns, there's nothing to distract them from
No
going to the
alcohol.
beach and
Going to the beach.
tanning.
That's why we all look
alcohol.
really good, because everyone's got beer goggles on.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good looking. You're pretty hot now.
I want to spend a week in Australia. Where do
really,
I go?
I want to bring SourceFed to Australia.
Yes.
Can we play, Darren? Can we go to Australia?
SourceFed does
I'd
Sydney.
literally die.
I want to take you to
want to
Bondi
so bad.
Yes.
Bondi Beach?
We'll have a barbecue. There's no shrimp, just prawns. We'll
I
get the
love
shrimp
prawns. On the
barbie.
We won't crack a tinny of Foster's because no one.
Because
drinks
that's piss.
Fosters.
Who's the most famous Australian
water.
person?
I don't know. You guys tell me.
I think it's Mr.
Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah,
Nicole
but no,
Kidman.
I think it's still the crocodile hunter.
Steve
No.
Irwin.
Yeah.
No.
Nicole
Yeah.
Kidman.
He's like iconically Australian in a way, like cliched
He's-
Australian.
He's
the
like when
person
people think
who is
Australian,
most-
they think him. Who
How
do they
about, how about this? He's the person who is most famous for
being
Australian.
Who's the most famous person for being American? Charlie Sheen or some shit?
Ooh, I hope not.
No.
Is he our version of the crocodile hunter?
George Bush.
George Bush. Yeah, it's George
That's
Bush.
Everywhere. Everyone's like, George Bush was your president.
George Bush. Yeah, we did that. All right, we tried it out. Okay.
Who's Australia's
We
prime
tried
You
it
minister?
tried it out for 2 terms.
We tried it out for 2.
I don't know.
We were
Guys?
first one. We were like, okay, it might be good. It might
Wait,
get better.
Will, we have a pressing question. Who's Australia's prime minister?
Oh, Dibbly Do.
No, that was
Damn
you
Pokemon
said that
keeps
was a
evolving.
show on ITV.
Dibbly Do Stinson. That's Dibliro.
Guys, do you know if it's a man
I
or a
told
woman?
you 6
No,
o'clock.
I just know that Angela Merkel is the prime minister of Germany.
Uh-huh.
Who's our
Okay,
prime
that's
minister?
not close.
We don't have one.
Can you name any previous prime minister that Australia's had?
Yes.
David Attenborough.
Sir,
David Attenborough.
What's her name?
Blair.
Can you name one person that has
Some
been in
guy-
a position of power in my
Yes,
country?
Yes.
the guy who climbed Everest.
What's her name? It's coming to me.
On the tip of my tongue.
What are
Yes,
you
you're
guys
close. You're
doing?
close. Yes.
Why are you
What's
rubbing
her
ice cream?
started it.
fucking name? My
I don't
friend-
think you know.
All right. Now that you guys have seen this, petition starts. We will open it up. Sign it. If we get 10,000 signatures, we'll go to Australia.
I don't know how you can just do that. All
Wait.
right, if we get 10,000 signatures, I get $1 million tomorrow.
Yeah.
Who is it?
All right, who was president? Who was president before Bill Clinton then?
That doesn't matter. Okay, what?
We
what-
still
George
haven't gotten
Bush.
a drink on this
George Bush.
podcast, and they gave us the 10,000 likes that we asked them for that time.
See, y'all just making stuff
Not
up.
Well, no,
Can I
we
ask for
wound up
likes, too?
drinking on 2 Truths and a Lie instead. That's what that
It had its
discussion
own
became.
Little
I get Emma Watson
I
gets to be on the
know it.
podcast
It's
if we get 1 million
clear.
likes.
You guys haven't even heard of our famous Prime Minister Bob Hawke, who smashed a yard glass and holds the Guinness World Record for downing a yard glass of beer the fastest.
Is that
yard
why
I want to.
got
I want to
elected?
challenge that personally.
Is that why he got elected?
No,
A
but that's why
yard?
we're like Australia.
How thick is a yard glass?
It's like this
a yard
tall.
and
It's like a yard. Like
and it's like that.
3 feet?
It's like 3 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he drank that whole thing
Yeah.
without peeing?
Yeah.
It's online. You
There's
can
a
check it out.
place, Will. There's a chain of restaurants here called Yard House where they'll serve you a yard of beer.
Restaurants
This
are
is
just
killing
bad.
me.
I don't think
our
you know, Brie.
previous female prime minister.
Yes.
Julia Gillard.
No, now.
No, it's a man. His name's Tony Abbott.
Tony Abbott.
Tony Abbott. Yes, he's
an asshole.
He's a fuckhead.
Sorry, Tony, but
Yeah.
you're really running the country
No.
into the ground, and I'm not okay about it.
People were talking about this in the comments of my freaking video. How
Benjamin
do I not remember?
Netanyahu.
Anyway, guys, that's not only Australia, but it's politics. So politics be like, am I right?
I only
You
talk
right?
about America. Maybe I'll change that.
All
Ooh,
right.
yeah.
Guys, I think that we're kind of closing down on the end of the podcast here. Is there anything else you guys
He
want to
says
talk
2
about?
minutes and 19 seconds.
Margaret
left.
Yeah, starting a
Thatcher.
little bit. That's British.
I know, but that's a name I was trying to think of for a really long
That's
time.
a different person
You
from a different
spent
decade.
so many more minutes on Margaret Thatcher than you ever needed to.
New rule.
Margaret Thatcher.
Are you?
I
new
love
rule?
that.
Are you doing
Okay.
Bill Maher
After
right now?
3 minutes, you don't know it. After 3 minutes, you don't know it. She made it just on time. After that, you wouldn't have known
The
it.
proper English accent is my favorite accent out of all
Ever.
of them. Oh, I love it.
Proper English
Abs.
accent.
Proper English accent, yes.
Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher, Game of Thrones. Do
Is
you
that
not
what
know
they're
it?
doing? What are they doing on like those shows? Like the movie 300? What kind of accent is that?
Yeah, it's like
From the north.
the standard.
make it up.
The standard.
It's a movie
olden
accent.
Well, no, they
age.
all have different shades of it.
They
They would be
do.
speaking like Greek if it was really, or yeah,
yeah.
Greek, right?
I'm
Oh.
confused now.
In Australia,
No,
we are on an island.
Sparta.
That's
Sparta's in Greece.
yeah, so they would be speaking Greek. So
Yeah.
every time they talk like this, it's like, well, you shouldn't even be speaking English. Oh yeah, sorry. Will did say very, very clearly at the beginning of the show, if it came to a time where he is not being paid to be here, he will actually get up and leave. He's true to his word, and I find that both admirable and
What's the word you're looking for? Ooh,
Lame.
dickish.
unprofessional.
Not good on him.
Someone will fetch him.
I'll go too.
See,
No,
here's a
lead by
bus.
example.
Here's a bus. We're gonna throw him under it because he's not here to defend himself.
I think he's
That's
almost
true.
running back to get the last word.
He really, really
I would be
wants it.
disappointed if you didn't, Mr. Hayes.
Oh, he's coming. He's
There
coming.
he is.
Oh,
No, he's
brother.
run the other way. That's the most exercise he's had in a little while, though, so that's cool as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys,
Today,
thanks for
though,
watching.
he did something that made me laugh so hard.
Say it in 18
like
seconds.
A pure laugh. We had a celebration for Raina because she had been gone for a long time, and we had a mariachi band come.
Yep.
And then Will hopped up on a chair, and he was wearing a
Michael Jackson coat.
outfit from the Thriller
Was
video.
wearing?
Oh,
Wearing.
you're not on a camera right now.
Couldn't find the glove.
Get in here.
Couldn't find the glove.
Get in here. You were wearing that outfit, and you were Michael Jackson dancing and grabbing your crotch
William Haynes back, everybody!
to mariachi music, and I laughed. It was just like such a beautiful gift of a laugh.
I'm not even William Haynes. I'm Michael Jackson.
Oh, I'm sorry,
stop
Mr.
it.
Jackson.
So good to see you, Tito, Jermaine,
Janet.
Jet,
Mikey.
The famous
it's
Jet.
Janet.
the famous Jet Jackson.
I swear you only wear that jacket just so you can justify touching yourself.
No, look, it's a part of the art form, you know.
You're still grabbing yourself.
Okay.
There you go. Oh,
No, still
Why does
grabbing.
he do it like this? What? How do we let Michael Jackson get away
isn't
with
there a
that?
part? What did we discover it was called? The Gooch? Maybe he's just giving a little bit of a. Kind
What?
Of,
How is he? Okay, Elvis
You
and
guys.
Michael Jackson were both very sexual, like literally straight up grabbing themselves.
Because
How is
the
that
music was good.
not that good?
All right, so
see.
hold on. When I become a famous artist, hey, hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey.
Why is that not?
Oh, that's really okay. I
That's
thought that
actually
was
Ricky
fine.
had to
okay.
walk away after that one. Look at him over there, on his way to the bathroom.
He just has thoughts he needs to take care of. Guys, that's going to be the end of the show. We need to wrap up. But thank you so much for watching or listening. Please come back, resubscribe on iTunes if you aren't getting it. And hey, leave a rating and a review. Leave a comment. Like the video if you're on YouTube. Matt Lieberman, Bree Essrig, William Haynes, Maud Garrett.
5-star.
5-star. 5-star.
Salacious, titillating.
5-star.
5-star.
Yeah.
5-star.
We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
School is coming back, and I know you hate it, but today we're gonna make backpacks for you to wear.
Backpacks go on sale July 27th for $40.
That's it? For a backpack? Really?
You should buy mine because the school system is failing us. You don't need it anymore.
All right, what is this? Are you starting with fries?
This is a fry.